This is Challenge Rift 187. We're doing it live today. You can always click on the soul mirror. It'll reveal everything you need to know. It's just a full 6-piece raiment here using Shenlongs. I'm not going to talk about the gear too much. It's usually a pretty weird setup when it comes to Challenge Rifts. But the skills here, Crippling Wave, Cyclone Strike, Dashing Strike, Way of 100 Fists, Breath of Heaven, Mantra of Salvation. So you've got two primary damage dealers. I think I'm going to stick to Crippling Wave for the most part. Now, you have to pay attention to your spirit here. Because of Shenlongs, whenever you're using a spirit and you're gaining more and more spirit, once it gets to the top, it starts draining, like you're going to see now. Unfortunately, when you're draining, you're also losing damage. So the more spirit you have, the more damage you do. But the ironic thing here is, or the challenge is, trying to stop your spirit from being drained. You can do that. So as you're spending your primary resource, you'll gain it when you're hitting an enemy, which I'll show you in a second. And you got Dashing Strike from ability. So hitting enemies, you'll gain some spirit. I should do it on this side. One's not enough. You'll gain some spirit. Now, the more spirit you have, the more damage you're doing. However, if you get to the top, it's going to drain, and it's also going to drain your damage. So my advice is you can use Dashing Strike to use some spirit, and then keep on using your primary damage dealer. And you've also got Cyclone Strike, which pulls enemies in. So you can kind of keep your spirit around the halfway point or towards the top. If you run out, you run out, especially if you spam Dashing Strike a lot. As you can see, it uses spirit, but you don't use any charges. So we've just drained all our spirit without even Shenlongs. So if you find yourself with no spirit, it's okay. Try and sort of time it well where you're not spamming the hell out of Dashing Strike. But if you're really close to the top, you can use Cyclone Strike or Dashing Strike just to use that little bit of spirit and try and keep it at least halfway full. That's my advice. And basically, if you want to recharge spirit a lot quicker, if you do run out, you've got Breath of Heaven, which will help you replenish a lot quicker. However, I usually try and keep it sort of about halfway point. But if you run out, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. You'll generate your spirit back rather quickly. This is like a handy trick if you're trying to get some sort of crazy leaderboard time. But anyway, let's pop on in here and do this one together live. So I've already just drained it. It's easier said than done really, because you are moving rather quickly as well through this Challenge Rift. And I like using Dashing Strike a lot. Alright, so I haven't done this Challenge Rift before, so I don't know which route is the right way to go. I'm just winging it. We're winging this live. Oh, pylon. And if you're like me, I'm always tempted to use Dashing Strike. Because I like moving quick. So now I do have my Breath of Heaven to use if I want to regenerate spirit really quickly. And I do like to use Cyclone Strike as well. As a means to use some spirit there. So as you can see, you can get into the momentum here, or the routine of keeping it at about halfway full. Oh, so I'll just run out, that's alright. It's just something to keep in mind. If you can keep it sort of halfway most of the time, as you can see, like we're killing the time anyway. But that'll definitely be a key if you want to try and get like some sort of awesome leaderboard time. Channeling Pylon I'm going to avoid. It's going to mess around with my spirit. But I'll also get the clone, so I'm going to activate it. Usually you don't really want the channeling, because now I can't waste any spirit, as you can see, so I'm going to get drained. Hopefully I can kill this elite pack before it gets drained. Yes, I can. So it's kind of all about timing. Obviously I knew that it was going to drain there, so I quickly killed that elite. But now I can basically dash for free. As you can see, dash for free. Because the channeling pylon, you don't use any resource. Condi, always a good pylon to have. Oh, another elite here. Just blows up like so. It cannot be done. I think it can be done. Especially with the Condi, baby. The conduit pylon. Oh, another elite. Plenty of elites here. Oh. I was going to say, where are my purple juicy purple orbs? Just trying to get some spirit back here. So same sort of thing, I try and keep as much spirit as I can, and then just using Cyclone Strike just to use a bit of spirit so we don't get to the top and then it begins draining with Shenlongs. And that's how we do it, just like that. Sorry Nick, I just bet your time.